Ciao, benvenuti. Welcome to another episode of Richard Harris's Herbal Tutorials, where the little intricacies of herbs are explained, pertinent information is given, and learning about herbs becomes interesting. The tutorials that delve into the nitty-gritty of herbs, the tutorials where herbs are discussed in a common sense manner. No soliciting, no hype or exaggerated claims, just truthfulness. Before I go further into this video, I think I should thank you all for the support that you have given me. At the last count, the channel has had over 500 subscribers. It's not earth-shattering, but the progress has been steady. This is over 500 reasons why I'm thankful. I'm Richard Harris, and in this episode, I'll be discussing another well-known and interesting herb, scientifically known as phyllanthus acidus of the family Phyllantaceae. As I've mentioned before, the general population hardly knows herbs by their scientific names. However, herbs are vernacularly christened with numerous names varying from country to country, region to region, and even culturally. This herb is no exception. Internationally, it is known as gooseberry, but here in the Caribbean, it goes by several names. For example, in Trinidad, it's called sour cherry. Guyanese, Barbadians, Bahamians, and St. Lucians know it as gooseberry. Across in Jamaica, it's called gimbalin. Vincentian and Grenadians christened it as damsel. And in Antigua, it's raspberry. Those are lots of names by people who come from the same place and on the same ship. Over in the Far East, from where most of today's information comes, it's known as lavali by the Indians and yuganzi by the Chinese. Before you continue watching this video, for new ones, it would be nice if you would pause for a brief moment to hit the subscribe button, and while you're doing so, please give it a thumbs up. Now that I've gotten the introduction out of the way, let's take off on another exciting herbal journey. Alora cominchamo. Let's begin. The parts used are the fruits, the leaves, and the seeds. The chemical constituents of the fruits are flavonoids, terpenoids, glycosides, minerals which include potassium, calcium, manganese, zinc, and ascorbic acid. The fruits of this herb belong to the category of drugs that clear heat. Just to recap, heat clearing herbs are used mainly for clearing internal heat. They do so by regulating body temperature of a feverish patient. In traditional Chinese medicine, fever is not the same as fever in other systems of medicine, though they are somewhat related. Clinically, fever also includes the presence of feverish symptoms without an increase in body temperature, such as redness of the face, dry mouth, rapid pulse, and thirst. These types of herbs have a cool or cold energy and are divided into 5 classes. In earlier podcasts, I mentioned 2 types: herbs that cool heat and detoxify, and herbs that clear heat and dry dampness. In this video, I'm introducing a 3rd category: herbs that cool heat and reduce fire. This category of herbs is basically cold and is mainly indicated for syndromes characterized by excessive heat with symptoms such as heavy sweating, high fever, strong thirst, forceful or big pulse, and at times delirium. This class of herbs are the herbs of choice when treating disorders Western trained physicians may diagnose as diabetes mellitus, hemorrhagic fever, and upper respiratory tract infection. The fruit has a cold energy and a sour taste, and it is thought of as entering the meridians of the lungs and stomach. Its functions are 1. To cool heat, to promote body fluids, and to quench thirst. This makes gooseberry very useful in the treatment of diabetes and also as a cooling beverage during the harsh hot period we now call summer in the West Indies or in the Caribbean. The gooseberry fruit is also useful in treating heartburn, acid belching, vomiting due to stomach heat. For this, the dried powdered gooseberry is added to ghee and taken. For coughing due to lung heat, take with mulberry leaves. For diarrhea manifesting as loose stools, irritability, thirst, rectal heat, use with guava leaves. Additional usage includes diabetes, biliousness, hypertension, and high cholesterol. Dosage 5 to 25 grams. The leaves have a cool energy with a slight bitter taste. It enters the gallbladder and stomach meridians. Its functions are 1. To cool heat and to detoxify. To promote urination and to drain moist heat downwards. The young leaves are edible and are used as salad or they are often cooked. When combined with neem leaves, they are very useful for jaundice, biliousness, and various types of liver diseases. When used with guava leaf, it reduces blood sugar level. Additional uses include hypertension, snake bites, gonorrhea, fever, and elevated cholesterol levels. The leaves are also applied externally for itching and red painful swelling. They are also often pulverized, mixed with black pepper, and applied to sciatic pains and various types of joint pains. Dosage 3 to 15 grams. Well, we've reached the end of another interesting herbal joyride. It was good while it lasted. Unfortunately, all good things must end. However, don't despair. Chillax. Calm down. I shall be back soon, Jehovah's willing, with more interesting tutorials. Ciao ciao. Fino alla prossima volta. Bye bye. Until the next time.